Hello, my friends. Good Erev Shabbos. I'm sure everybody's heard the news about the horrible things that have happened in Surfside. And it brings a person down. And it's scary. It's sad. But then comes Shabbos. And Shabbos is a day when we close out the world and we say, Ein od milvado. There is nothing else but a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Nothing else but God's will. And everything has a reason. Most of the time we don't understand the reason in this world. Sometimes we're lucky in hindsight, years later we can understand why things happen. But one thing we do know, that everything happens for a reason. So it comes along on Shabbos, and we light our Shabbos candles. We bring some light into the world. And we stop being scared. We realize that a Kadosh Baruch Hu is in charge. As I've mentioned many times before, when I was a boy, I was afraid of the dark. Because my parents would put me in my room, turn out the lights, and everything is distorted when it's dark. My dress will look like a monster. My clothing in my closet will look like snakes hanging off of a branch. I would cry for my parents, and my father would come in and turn on the light, and the dresser looked like a dresser again, and the snakes on that branch were nothing but my clothes in the closet. And that light made everything seen for what it really is. And that's what light does. It gives us a clarity. All week long, we go through times like we've gone through this past week and the week before that are scary because we don't see the reality behind it. But then we light those candles and we see the reality. And we see that God's really in charge. But then what? Shabbos ends, and do we take that lesson? We're supposed to. As a matter of fact, there's a ceremony that we do at the end of Shabbos called Havdalah. And at Havdalah, we light another candle. But this one's a bigger candle, and it's it's more than one wick, at least 2 wicks, and it shines a greater light than the Shabbos candles. What's the point of that? Because the candles that we light on Shabbos light up our understanding of existence on Shabbos. But the candle that we light after Shabbos is a light that shines into the rest of the week, taking the lesson of Shabbos with us. Oh, I have friends. A friend of mine just told me that he's going to be there in Surfside the whole Shabbos, supervising the kashrus of the food that's being given out to the emergency workers and to the families, and making sure everything is kosher. When it comes to emergency situations and how to do things on Shabbos, there are laws of how to deal with these situations, and human life has to supersede. But still, we recognize it's Shabbos. And Shabbos is the day that we put our fears aside and we recognize who's really in charge. Good Shabbos.